morning. It's quite a pleasure to be here this morning, and I start by welcoming His Excellency Edouard Ngirente, the Prime Minister of Rwanda. It's a real honor to have you here, Prime Minister, and it is a tremendous support to our convention and association, and it's a strong message for us of encouragement. And I'd like to thank the Governor and the Vice Chairman of the AECB and Governor of the Bank of Rwanda, my brother and friend, Mr. John Rwangombwa. And I'd like also to welcome and thank Professor Victor Harris, Commissioner of the Economic Affairs of the African Union, for his partnership with us over the last year. Honorable Governors, distinguished guests, it is the first time for me in this beautiful country, and it's quite an honor. And there have been many things that I've learned over the last 2 days, but I like to tell you, Excellency Prime Minister, that our association and my experience over the last year has been tremendous. And this association I found to be a very special convention. And with supporting it from our governments, it is going to help and be able to achieve many great results for the future of our economies. The best thing that I've seen in the meetings of the association was the trust and collaboration between the member governors. The deliberations are open and they are very candid. And if you watch with us the meetings, the hours of the meetings, and now everybody with a lot of passion, trying to speak not on behalf of their countries, but on behalf of Africa. I think with this group of special policymakers, we can do a lot. The aspirations of our people, from banks and from the mandate that is given to the AECB, the mandate it has put on itself and from the African Union, in order to work on a unified African currency, unified central bank, which is of a tremendous challenge, actually is the aspiration of our people. People back home, they keep asking me and the media, when are you going to achieve that? And any policy has to be drafted, executed to achieve the sentiment of the people of the nations. The communication between our countries and through the policymakers, the flow of information and the common trust is the way forward in order for our nations to get together economically. We have watched over the last years and the statistics in terms of the benchmarks required to achieve unity that many countries have made tremendous strides and progress in achieving the macroeconomic indicators that we have set for ourselves. And we've been very pleased to see this kind of progress. And we are trying to watch that this continue to be consistent so that we can move forward. And we have been having the about why shouldn't we start considering implementing it by clusters, on stages, gradually, rather than waiting for everybody to meet their convergence criteria. We've been also discussing very important matters like illicit financing, the flows that go out of Africa, corruption and funds that are really affecting our economy in a very negative manner, KYC standards, and how to unify the way we are looking at our financial flows and managing our financial systems, and trying to safeguard financial stability. The collaboration we have between ourselves and the collaboration and understanding of our governments of the role of central banks is key for central banks to be able to safeguard our economies and our people from future crises. If we talk today about the external debt and the challenges for monetary policy and financial stability, it's a very important topic, but most importantly is that we don't feel that we are a threat right now, and we feel that our ratios are not that alarming, but we have learned that we be preemptive. We learn from previous crises that we have to be preemptive and don't wait too late in order to take the right policy actions. the support of governments and understanding of the role of central banks in Africa and their need for autonomy in order to implement macroeconomic stability decisions to safeguard inflation and financial stability is of extreme importance. And we have communicated this to Mr. Victor Harrison because we need this to be an awareness that's created across all policymakers in our continent. We have seen also the vision of this country and the vision of its president and the leadership and Your Excellency in looking for transparency, adopting transparency, more governance, and fighting corruption. And we believe, and from my experience back home, over the last years, we had a tremendous crisis back in our Egyptian economy, and with the support, the political support that the Central Bank has achieved, and I think this is an achievement of the Central Bank that stands out, is that achieving the support and the buy-in of the political leadership for taking very difficult decisions that have safeguarded the economy from a tremendous crisis. The Egyptian economy has turned around in 3 years from a situation where threatened for its people and the community, where inflation had reached 35%. Today, inflation is down to 9%, and foreign exchange regimes are back to stability, and the balance of payments has witnessed a tremendous turnaround. This political support central banks need in order to achieve the mandates of our governments. So I'm sure that the deliberations of today's discussion will be very insightful to everybody, and I look forward to these deliberations and being part of the panel today. And I have a lot of enthusiasm, and I have a lot of I'm very a lot of ambition, and I'm very optimistic about our future together. And I wish the governor of the Bank of Rwanda success and good luck with his chair on the chairmanship of Rwanda for the AECB for the next year, and I'll be there to help and support in any possible manner. Thank you very much, and I look forward to our time today together.